Well, I'm back. I haven't done a thing. I've had a very bad day, a couple of days actually. This is the exact same tender that we had the other day. It's running with its lights on. Its board it all fits, but it looks bad, but it's loose because I was doing adjustments. In any case, that tender is the same tender we had. What I switched out was this engine here, chassis, for this Northern, which was painted when I bought it. It was painted green, and I made this gold. I'm believing it was probably either for John Deere or something like that. But I went ahead, I'm making it for the Oz. This is Margaret's engine for the Wizard of Oz train that we're building, and I've put this together for her. And I'm running it off this wireless ESP32 over here, and we're getting the power through the potentiometer going through the tender's ESP32 using data packets, wirelessly sending data packets. This is the light of the heartbeat of the PC board, and that green is the communications. So every dot, they're getting a packet update. Is that amazing or what? And it will chug. I had the heater going, and we smoked, and it stopped. I think it's just a little low on smoke. I can get that'll come back together. I did wire up the smoke. I thought that was fun, and it did work. But this is an interesting engine. This is factory smoke, and the open frame universal motor from Gilbert. However, this open frame motor does not have the wire wound fields. It has the magnetic fields, the DC fields from Gilbert. And the magnet inside it was just gone. And so I replaced it with some super magnets from a store. So it still has the metal frame for the metal layered plates for the motor. So the motor looks like a standard Flyer motor, but it's got magnets in the top. So it's a DC motor. And it's running off of my DC pulse width modulation generator, and it's running off pulse width, and it will run. And I'm going to show you this. I'm going to take it all the way down to the bottom. Okay, now I'm at 0. Now I'm just going to come up. You never saw a Flyer run like that. That's slow. They can't do it. I can stop it, but I can also give it a little more juice, and I can't stop it. So I got a hunch it's gonna be able to pull a load or two. All right, and then we still have our emergency stop. Cow gets on the track, red lights on, we had to stop, turn the speed down, hit the reset. Red light goes out, reset is set, take off again. So we have our e-stop, we have forward and reverse, and we have a throttle, and we have a pulse width modulation for extremely slow speed. And I do have the heat coming in. It's about 5 volts to the conventional heater, and you can hear the conventional chuff sound as the speed picks up. So this is what you would be doing with it. If you had an engine, you had a Flyer engine that was running, but it wasn't running great, or the tender was messed up, or the reverse unit wasn't working for you. Does our reverse unit work? I don't know. How fast will it work, or will it work? Oh yeah, it'll work. So we have reverse, digital reverse, instant, and pulse width modulation for low speed, high torque, and we're still supplying the smoke power, and we have an e-stop and a reset. That's what we've built. This is it. This is the level 2 basic, or what I call level 2 light, L-I-T-E, and this is a vintage engine with paint on it. Okay, it's a Northern with paint on it is all it is. It has DC fields, but they are the Flyer DC fields, and it has the smoke with the vintage everything. I'm just pushing DC to it instead of AC, and it doesn't care. It was smoking. I'm disappointed it's not now, but I think maybe there's a loose wire, or I don't know. I was only putting 6 volts to it, so I can't imagine I burned it out. But we'll get in there and see what's going on. But at any rate, here is a Northern, fairly off the shelf, except for the paint, with a DC conversion, and it's running. The light's not wired up, but there would be a light if I had wired it up. And it's running. That's what I want you to understand. And it will pull. And it goes forward and backward. I come down to a stop, switch directions, backs right up. Okay? That's what I wanted you to be able to understand, see, and appreciate what we got and how it's going. And I had other engines, but I just didn't have time. Had a very bad day. I won't go any further. But this sort of makes my day. If it was smoking, my day would be better. And it was. I don't know why I quit. I don't have time to take it apart. Now I do have another engine. If there's interest, I have a couple more engines I could drag over. I'll see what I find. If I do, I'll bring them over. If not, this will just be what you get for the day, and I'll come back tomorrow with more, okay? But I thought that was pretty impressive. Oh, well, while we're here, let's just look at this. I'll make sure you guys appreciate what we have. Okay, you can look up in there and see, I don't know if you can or not. Well, you can. There's the Flyer piston and rod. There's the smoke system. And that's a Flyer smoke, okay? And here's the engine. You can see the motor is the layered laminates of steel and the brushes and the armature and all that. So that is an AC Gilbert motor and an AC Gilbert fan running off the next generation S controller level 2. Light. It's calling it light because it only has 7 wires, 6 wires, 5 wires, 7 wires. When we add more stuff like sound, it will have more wires, and that won't be light. That'll be medium, I guess. But we have some other fun stuff, you know. Like this has so much room. Oh, we could put a lot more inside here. It is really nice. Oh, yeah. Oh, I put it away. I did have my 3D printed chassis. I was going to make a comparison. 3D printed Northern chassis with ball bearings. Remember that? And it was running off of some of this kind of stuff. It was running pretty good too. Let me try it. All right. I'll go do something and come back later.